This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stock Box interview.
Joining us today is Paul Barrett, the CEO of Rome Resources. Thank you very much, Paul. Good to see you again. How are you?
My pleasure. Fine, thanks. Thanks.
Good. Well, good to talk to you now in your official capacity as CEO of Rome Resources. First of all, I mean, how was everything going up to the RTO process, and of course the ringing of the bell on the 26th of July there?
No, that was quite an exciting event. I mean, it's always nice to kind of have that recognition and that kind of profile when you admit to aim, and I think it's gone very well. We're doing what we said we'd do. We'd start drilling, and as you can see, we're getting cracking along with that.
Indeed. Well, of course, when we've spoken in the run-up to that RTO there, we did talk about the drilling program ready to go. 16 diamond drills you're planning to do. You're testing the continuity of the tin, and that's going to feed into a resource estimate, all being well, by the end of the year, but if not, certainly early in the new year. And I know you wanted to confirm the mineralization model similar to San Rafael in Peru, and of course the similarity to Alphamin, of course, next door. So yeah, you've got started really. You announced the 20th of August, you've intersected tin mineralization, and the RNS today announcing significant tin mineralization has been intersected. So you've already intersected the tin, and is this based off of like a visual look and of course the XRF, because you've not had time to do the assay results yet?
No, it's a combination. So in most parts, cassiterite is quite a dark mineral. So if you have a dark background in your core, in your country rock, you really struggle to see it visually. The guys know what they're looking for, and in fact, in the previous hole, there was some obvious visible cassiterite in the green chloritized background. And so what we're seeing in this hole is much more extensive mineralization associated with quartz veins within a larger weathered zone. So because it weathers to dark brown, you can't really see the cassiterite in there. You can see it in the quartz veins. So we can see that over 23 or so meters, there's clear tin mineralization, which is a really good result.
Good. Well, I know there are some pictures that were put in the recent RNSs. So we've got this first picture here. This was from the 20th of August here. So I wonder if you can, this is the quartz that you're talking about, is it?
That's from the first hole. Yes, that's right. So you've got quartz veining on the left side, and rather subtle kind of dark coloured blebs are what the cassiterite is. So that's discrete tin oxide in the green chloritized vein. So those are, you can pick those up visually. There will be, we don't know exactly what yet until we get the assays, but there will be a background concentration of tin in all of that sample, but we just don't know what it is yet.
Yeah, okay, you have to wait for the assays. And the pictures from today's RNS here, so this is, of course, it's a very dark core. Like you say, it's not often you see this dark core. But first of all, why is it dark? What's the mineralogy looking like?
Well, I mean, this is, it's a boring brown rock, basically, if when you look at it. But essentially, what it is weathered. So we had that green chloritized sequence, and once it's weathered and oxidized, that allows the tin to come in and be deposited, because tin is an oxide. It will deposit in an oxidized environment. So you have a sequence that has been sheared and weathered and oxidized, so it's all brown, kind of rusty color. And within that, you can see occasional quartz veins. That's when you pick up the visible cassiterite, the visible tin. Okay. But it's present in all of those cores, in both of those boxes. And we've used a portable XRF. It doesn't give you real numbers, but it indicates. Well, I mean, it gives you real numbers. It doesn't give you verifiable numbers, but it does give you an indication that tin is definitely in all of that core section.
Right. Okay. So that gives you sort of confidence to say significant tin mineralization. You know that there is significant tin mineralization in there. You just need to go through and get the official results.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the team, Mark Gasson and Klaus Eckhoff, they found Alphamin's deposit, and so they know what they're looking for. And Mark, from his WhatsApps yesterday, he's pretty excited.
Okay, well, good to hear, and it's good to hear you're getting those results sort of so early on. I know you're sort of half expecting. It's never good to expect things in resource, but I know you were fairly confident you would intersect. So it's good to see that what you're expecting is indeed coming through. So we talked before about the rigs you're going to have. You said 3, possibly 4 rigs. Mobilization of the second and third rigs to site is expected to be completed by the end of this week or early into next week. So this is going to help you sort of accelerate that program, is it, to get a third hole on the go?
Yeah, because at the moment the third hole will start. I think we'll call TD on this hole today, and we'll move over to the next one. So we'll start, tomorrow or the following day. As for the other rigs, so we're currently only drilling on Kalai, so we want to get started on Montagoma. So they're coming over in the next few days, and we'll start with 2 further rigs. So we'll have three holes drilling at the same time, essentially.
Yeah, 3 going concurrently. Okay, and the plan is to go through and do 16 holes effectively.
Yes, that's right. And as you said, there is this 4th rig, which I think currently is in Johannesburg. So once that is available and comes over, it's a brand new unit. That will be probably early September. So we hopefully will then have 4 going. Okay,
good. Yes, so very active going into Q4 on the drilling front there. I know when we talked last time, we talked about you've got 3 programs. Really, you're going to do program 1, program 2, possibly program 3, depending on how things. So it's all costed for, about 4 million, but it's all costed for there. So, I mean, at the end of the program, or as we go through into Q4, what are you sort of hoping to achieve from this? So you're going to be looking at the assay results to see what grade of tin you have in there, but also looking at similarities to Alphamin and, of course, the asset in Peru.
Yes, so it will take a while for the assays to come through. We're in, where are we now? Late August, early September. So I think we'll start to see verifiable assay numbers come through in a month or so, and that'll just continue to come through. And I think we'll be in a position by New Year to effectively do the resource number. So we'll probably use the same people that have been using, that have worked at Alphamin and also done our original CPR. So they were really up to speed on this tin mineralization story. Okay. And then, so if we get a resource number out by very early Q1, I think is the target.
So that's the target, the resource, that sort of first resource statement, if you like, resource estimate by January. Last time we spoke, you talked about an exploration target that you were hoping to announce. And obviously, that is a target. That's not official. Any developments on announcing a target?
Well, we looked at that, and we had the geologists do a quick kind of draft exploration target. The problem with it is we're working with quite a small amount of data. So the previous drilling campaign, which was quite limited, it's not really enough to do a credible number. Okay. And in fact, that's been shown up by this second hole that we've just done. That it's extending to the north. The thing is that wouldn't have been picked up in the exploration target. So we thought the smartest thing to do is basically to wait until we have more data.
Okay, but you can hopefully get that out, well before the resource estimate, as we go into perhaps Q4. And then once you've had all that drilling data come back, and of course you're awaiting that resource estimate, will you be looking at doing some modelling as well?
Well, I think so. I mean, the geologists we have in South Africa are constantly updating the model in terms of where we're chasing, where we're moving. We are fine tuning pad locations as we go along, obviously from the results of what we're getting. So it's an interactive process, so it's ongoing. Yeah.
Good, excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time today, Paul Barrett, the CEO of Rome Resources.
My pleasure. Thanks.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stockboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.